Good morning, student. Today we are study the filtering and washing of the precipitate. So before starting this point, we have to know what is filtration. Filtration is the process of separation of the precipitate from the mother liquor using some porous medium is known as filtration. So here we are using the mother liquor. Mother liquor means the solution in which our precipitate is get generated. So to separate the precipitate from the mother liquor, different type of porous media should be used for the filtration process. In that we are considered three porous media. First one is the filter paper, second one is the filter mats of purified asbestos, and third one is the porous fritted plated of resistance glass. Let us see one by one the porous media. First one is the filter paper. Generally the selection of the filter paper is depend on the nature of the precipitate. So in gravimetry analysis we are using the small ash content filter paper. It is also called as an ashless filter paper. It is prepared with the special treatment with the hydrofluoric acid and hydrochloric acid to remove the non-volatile matter. They are also available in the different size of the different diameter. For example, 7, 9, 11, 12.5 centimeter. So different degree of porosity are available. Porosity means the particle size, which is generally a net like construction of that particular filter paper. It allow the removal of the impurity from that porous media, and only they are retained with the precipitate. Then texture of the filter paper gives the filtration of this small particle and rapid filtration. Here we are also using the Haldom filter paper. Haldom filter paper is a filter paper which is treated with the nitric acid, and they have a very greater mechanical strength and more resistance to the acid and alkalis. So how to fold the filter paper and how it is placed into the funnel, this diagram is provided in this particular slide. In first case we are consider a circular shape filter paper. That filter paper get folded or flip. Third one it is completely fold, and fourth one it is somewhat considered as an 1/4 of that particular filter paper. And then it is placed 1 to 2 centimeter below the diameter of the funnel. Okay, let us see what is Wetman filter paper. Different number are available and used for the gravimetric work. In the laboratory example they are having a number 40, 41 and 42. Like see in the particular diagram, it is circular in shape. It consists about 9 to 11 centimeter diameter, and it is low ash content. Generally 41 number used for the gelatinous and flocculent type of precipitate. Okay, so student, now it is time to study the method of filtration. How the filtration is carried out. The filtration is carried out as I show in the particular diagram. Suppose we are consider a funnel, and in that we are carried out our filtration. Generally glass funnel are considered for it. It is in that particular glass funnel will feed the filter paper, and that filter paper contains some amount of solid residue which is obtained after the filtration, and at the bottom we are getting the filtrate. So in the next diagram actual process is happen. That process contain the in that particular process we are fitted a funnel to a burette stand, and with the help of the glass rod from one side we are adding our precipitate. The precipitate should not added directly to the funnel because it can destroy the filter paper. Therefore it is added with the help of the glass rod from the one side. Generally the third part which contain the filter paper is added from that side. We have to add our precipitate. Then the precipitate get adhere in the surface of the filter paper, and the filtrate get connected into the bottom of the beaker. Okay, so student, this is a general practice method we can use in the laboratory for the filtration purpose. So next is filter pulp. So filter pulp, here I am giving an example of wood filter paper. This is available in this nature. So filter pulp, sometime in case of filter paper we are using filter pulp. Filter pulp is prepared by vigorously shaking off the small pieces of the normal filter paper with the hot acidified water. We get the larger amount of filter paper. Nowadays we are also there is also availability of the filter paper tablet, and they are used as a Wattman ashless tablet. Generally they are having a size of 3.85 centimeter, and it is generally useful for the filtration of the gelatinous precipitate. Gelatinous precipitate, 1/4 or quarter of the tablet is useful for the filter pulp. Filter pulp is added after the precipitate has formed and immediately before filtration. So student, in the next point we are considering the filtering crucible. In the market there are different type of crucible are available for the filtration purpose. The material from which it is made, it is get divided into the 3-4 type. In your syllabus there is 2 types of crucible is useful. First one is the platinum gauge crucible and second one is the silica gauge crucible. The diagram shows the silica gauge crucible. Silica gauge crucible are available in the laboratory also, and this crucible you are using in gravimetry analysis for the filtration of the nickel DMG precipitate. In the second diagram from the right hand side of the PPT, it consists of the assembly, that is nothing but a Buckner funnel, and in that Buckner funnel we fit our porous glass of the silica gauge crucible, and that crucible is added at the top of the Buckner funnel. Air gets generated and removal of the water can be achieved with the help of this particular diagram. We are getting our precipitate in the particular gauge crucible porous media. Next is crucible fitted with the permanent porous plate. There are 2 types of crucible generally useful. First one is the permanent porous plate and second one is the removable porous plate. Here we are consider the permanent porous plate crucible. These are 3 types: sintered glass crucible, silica filtering crucible and porcelain filtering crucible. So in that particular diagram we are considering the permanent porous plate crucible. So sintered glass crucible, these crucible are generally resistant to the glass like Pyrex and have a porous disc of the sintered ground glass fused into the body of the crucible. This is resistance to about this is a resistance about the temperature near about 100 to 200 degrees Celsius. It is also available in the different porous size, like number is available in the market 1, 2, 3, 4 so on. Its diameter having the porous size 100 to 200 microns, also 50 to 40 to 50 micron, 20 to 30 micron and so on. Generally number 4 is suitable for the filtration of the barium sulfate precipitate, and in this particular number 3 is suitable for the medium size particle. Advantages of the sintered glass crucible are they are made entirely of glass which is resistant to the chemical attack. With the exception of the hydrofluoric acid and hot concentrated alkali, they can be dried to constant weight at 100 to 150 degrees Celsius and they can be easily cleaned. So in the second, silica filtering crucible. Silica filtering crucible is made up from the silica material and they can be used up to 1000 degrees Celsius. They have high resistance to the higher temperature, therefore they does not have the danger of cracking and does not showing the owing to the changes of the temperature. These crucible are generally available of the different porosity size like 1, 2, 3, 4. These crucible are attacked by the phosphates, strong alkali and hydrofluoric acid, but otherwise it is very resistant to that of other reagent and temperature. The last one is the porcelain filtering crucible. These are made up of porcelain glaze from inside and outside also. This is highly this is a highly less resistance to the temperature, so this type of crucible does not generally useful in the practical, in the laboratory. So out of these three, silica crucible is somewhat most important as compared to that of the other two one. So student, if do you have any question regarding to this topic, you can ask in the discussion forum. So make your own notes and upload it on the Google Classroom. Thank you.